Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Srinvada Swagata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtanam Padyantasto Yapadrani Vidunodi Suhutsadam Nashta Prayeshu Apadreshu Nityam Bhagavada Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki. Hare Krishna. Today I am going to read Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 2, verses 27 and 28. Translation and purport by Sri A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Jai. Text 27. Tasyevam padada shabam Shrutva Kulaya Vai Bhrugu Pratyasraja Shabam Brahmadandam Turatyam. Tasya, his Nandishuras, Evam, thus, Vadadaha, words, Shabam, the curse, Shrutva, hearing, Duja, Kulaya, unto the Brahmanas, why indeed, Bhrugu, Pratyasrajat, made, Shabam, a curse, Brahmadandam, the punishment of a Brahmana, Duratyayam, insurmountable. Translation. When all the hereditary Brahmanas were thus cursed by Nandishwara, the sage Bhrigu, as a reaction, condemned the followers of Lord Shiva with this very strong Brahmanical curse. Purport. The word Duratya is particularly used in reference to a Brahmana, Brahmadanda, or curse by a Brahmana. A curse by a Brahmana is very strong. Therefore, it is called Duratya, or insurmountable. As the Lord states in Bhagavad Gita, the stringent laws of nature are insurmountable. Similarly, if a curse is uttered by a Brahmana, that curse is also insurmountable. But Bhagavad Gita also says that the curses or benedictions of the material world are, after all, material creations. The Chaitanya Charitamrita confirms that which is accepted in this material world to be a benediction and that which is taken to be a curse are both in the same platform because they are material. To get out of this material contamination, one should take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead as recommended in Bhagavad Gita 7.14. Mameva ed prapadyante maya edam parantite. The best path is transcend all material curses and benedictions and take shelter of the Supreme Lord, Krishna, and remain in a transcendental position. Persons who have taken shelter of Krishna are always peaceful. They are never cursed by anyone, nor do they attempt to curse anyone. That is a transcendental position. Text 28. Bhava vridhadhara eja ejatan samanvinadaha pasandinas te bhavantu sajjastra paripandinaha. Bhava vridhadhara, taking a vow to satisfy Lord Shiva. A who, cha and a who, cha and tan. Such principles. Samanvinadaha, following. Pasantinaha, atheists, they, bhavantu, let them become. Sat Shastra Paripandinaha, diverted from transcendental scriptural injunctions. Translation. One who takes a vow to satisfy Lord Shiva or who follows such principles will certainly become an atheist and be diverted from transcendental scriptural injunctions. Purport. It is sometimes seen that devotees of Lord Shiva imitate the characteristics of Lord Shiva. For example, Lord Shiva drank an ocean of poison. So, some of the followers of Lord Shiva imitate him and tried to take intoxicants like ganja, marijuana. Here, the curse is that if someone follows such principles, he must become an infidel and turn against the principles of Vedic regulation. It is said that such devotee of Lord Shiva will be such Shastra Paripantinaha, which means opposed to the conclusion of Shastra or scripture. This is confirmed in the Padma Purana also. Lord Shiva was ordered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead to preach the impersonal or Mayavada philosophy for a particular purpose, just as Lord Buddha preached the philosophy of voidness for particular purposes mentioned in the Shastras. Sometimes it is necessary to preach a philosophical doctrine which is against the Vedic conclusion. In the Shiva Purana, it is stated that Lord Shiva said to Parvati that in the Kali Yuga, in the body of a Brahmana, he would preach the Mayavada philosophy. Thus, it is generally found that the worshippers of Lord Shiva are Mayavadi followers. Lord Shiva himself says, Mayavadam Asat Shastram. Asat Shastra, as explained here, means the doctrine of Mayavada impersonalism or becoming one with the Supreme. Bhrigu cursed that person who worship Lord Shiva would become followers of this Mayavada Asat Shastra, which attempt to establish that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is impersonal. Besides that, among the worshippers of Lord Shiva, there is a section who live a devilish life. Srimad Bhagavatam and Narada Pancharatra are authorized scriptures that are considered Sat Shastra or scriptures which lead one to the path of God realization. Asat Shastras are just the opposite. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Sudale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swami Nidinamini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. I like to seek blessings from all the assembled devotees. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to purify myself. Please forgive me for any shortcomings or adding my own interpretation. In order to prepare this class, I listened to Rasraj Das Prabhuji's class. So we have discussed in previous lokas that there was a quarrel happening between Daksha and Lord Shiva followers because Lord Shiva did not give respect to Daksha. Daksha blasphemed Lord Shiva, and because of that reason, Lord Shiva's follower Nandishvara cursed Daksha and his followers. The curses were very serious because they all will take repeated birth and death. They become karmakandis. They take birth as an animal, and they will be completely attached in the samsara or in the materialistic way of living, and they don't understand about the Supreme Lord. All such curses were so dangerous. After hearing the curse, Bhrigu, the son of Lord Brahma, he counter-cursed at the followers of Lord Shiva. In the next 5 verses, we can see that Bhrigu Muni curses Lord Shiva's followers. So here Prabhupada says, Bhrigu pratyasrajak shabam, brahma dandam duratyam. The punishment of a Brahmana is insurmountable. Bhrigu condemned the followers of Lord Shiva with a very strong Brahmanical curse. In this situation, there are 2 parties involved. One is the followers of Lord Shiva, and one is the followers of Daksha. They started quarreling each other, not the physical fight, but at cursing each other. Brahmanas' curses are insurmountable, which means it is difficult to overcome. We have seen many examples in Srimad Bhagavatam. In the case of Parishit Maharaj and Shringi, Shringi cursed Parishit Maharaj that he will die in 7 days from snake bite. It happened because Brahmanas are very strong in their words. If they say something, it's definitely going to happen. Same thing, our Guru's words is also like that. It is coming from the Vedas. That's why we sing Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chite De Koriya Ikya. If our Guru instructed us to do something and if we do not follow, it is a great offense. That's why when we accept a spiritual master, we have to surrender to Guru as well as to Krishna and follow the Guru's instructions for lifelong. Guru may not give us one-on-one instructions, but through his classes, he gave us like hundreds of instructions. These instructions are in alignment with the instruction from Srila Prabhupada, and it comes from the disciplinic succession. That is what our parampara wants us to do. Coming back to this topic, Prabhupada says that the curse by the Brahmana is duratya or insurmountable. Prabhupada quotes Bhagavad Gita 7.14 in this sloka. Devi esha gunamayi mama maya duratya mam eva ye prabandinde maya edum tarantide. The Maya is so strong, it is difficult to overcome the stringent laws of Maya. But Krishna says in the same verse that those who surrender unto me can easily overcome the Maya. When Raghu heard the curses from Nandishwara, Raghu counter-cursed the followers of Lord Shiva. Both parties were Brahmanas. Now, what are the curses, which is explained in text 28? Raghu cursed that let the followers of Lord Shiva become pasadinaha or atheist. Let the followers of Lord Shiva should be deviated from transcendental and scriptural injunctions. Sat Shastra Paripantinaha means they will be attracted to the Mayavadi philosophy. So, what is Mayavadi philosophy, otherwise called impersonal? We have seen in Prabhupada's books a lot about this philosophy. The concept of Mayavadi philosophy is based on Advaita philosophy, which means there is no difference between God and other living entities. In fact, there's no difference between any objects. They say that everyone is God. You are God, I am God, and everyone is God. The second concept is that ultimately everyone goes and merge into the Supreme Brahman and becomes one with God. Now, question may arise, if everyone is God, then why are we struggling in the material world? The answer is, due to Maya, we lost our godly quality and we are separated from God. If Maya can take away the godly quality, then Maya is allowed, right? But they don't have an answer for this. They worship Lord Shiva to come out of the Maya and merge into the Brahman to become one with God. That is a Mayavadi concept. Some of the Lord Shiva worshippers imitate Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva drank poison, so they try to drink, take marijuana and other intoxicants during Shivratri festival, which is a tradition in northern India. Mayavadi philosophers are the followers of Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya is Lord Shiva's incarnation. Lord Shiva is not the impersonal, he is a great Vaishnava who meditate on the Supreme Lord Krishna or Vishnu. Shankaracharya, at the end of his life, he introduced Bhaja Govindam, which means to surrender unto the Supreme Lord Krishna. Why Mayavadi philosophy was introduced? Initially, everyone was following the Vedic principles and were on the platform of Bhakti. Vedas talks about Karmakanda, Jnanakanda, and Upasanakanda. Vedas also talk about animal sacrifice. Vedas do not say that you kill animal for sense gratification. Sacrifice has to be done by qualified brahmanas so that animal could get a higher birth, such as a human being, and they can worship Lord. Then there were a lot of animal killing were going on, and people were eating meat. That is why Lord Buddha came. Lord Buddha is Krishna himself. He is the 9th or 10th incarnation of in the Dashavatara. Lord Buddha advised to reject Vedas and stop animal killing. After that, great Vaishnavas who are representatives of Krishna, such as Madhvacharya, Ramanujarya, and Nimbarkacharya appeared. They introduced the Vaishnava culture, and several authentic Vaishnava sampradayas such as Brahma Sampradaya, Madhava Sampradaya, Gaudiya Sampradaya, Kumar Sampradaya, and Sri Sampradaya were formed. These are the pure or highest bhakti culture. And there are more details into it, but because of the time constraints, I will stop here. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhya